Growing up, everyone said the sun was the next best thing after sliced bread. We were encouraged to be in the sun against our wishes just to get vitamin D, which was good for us and also good for our overall physical and mental health. However, as I approached teenagehood, the story began to change. All of a sudden, the sun became this cancer causing agent we had to protect ourselves from using sunscreen. So maybe like me, whenever you are at the beach or just going out as part of your morning routine, you slather on a lot of sunscreen to protect yourself from the sun. But do you even know how it works or if it even works? In this video, I will explain why the sun can be bad for us, as well as how or if sunscreen actually helps protect us from it. Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I make videos like this explaining why things work, as well as videos about my life as a PhD student here in the US. One of the reasons sunscreen has become such a big part of many people's skin routine is because UV rays from the sun have been shown to cause cancer. In the US, there are more people diagnosed with skin cancer than all the other cancers combined. That's a big deal. And over 90% of those skin cancers have been found to be associated with UV radiation. So how exactly does UV radiation cause cancer? Well, let's talk about the different types of radiation that we can get from the sun. Well, the first one is infrared, which is basically radiation that we cannot see, but we can feel. So the heat of the sun, that would be infrared. The second one is visible light, which is the sunlight that we see. And then the third one is UV radiation. So UV radiation cannot be seen or felt. So that means that the heat of the sun is not usually an indication of how much UV radiation is present. There are 3 types of UV radiation, but only 2 have been associated with cancer, which are UVA and UVB, particularly UVB. So how exactly does UV cause cancer? When there is a high intensity of UV light on our skin, what it does is that it kills some of the cells at the surface of the skin or damages them. This leads to what we know as sunburn. Now, while for someone with a lighter skin tone, sunburn is easily recognizable, for people with darker skin tone, they still have sunburn, but it is not easily recognizable. Their skin is not going to get red like it will with someone with a lighter skin tone. However, there may be pain and there may be darkness of that spot. There is generally a debate on if melanin actually protects the skin from sunburn. Because our cells already have enough melanocytes, there may be a mechanism through which the cells protect themselves already from sunburn. While that is debatable, what is not debatable is the DNA damage that UV causes. DNA damage has been shown to affect all tones of skin, whether white, brown, or black. Our DNA consists of certain bases that are strung together to form a gene. Now, these bases, you may have heard of them in your biology class. They include the A's, the T's, the C's, and the G's. For DNA to be correct, they have to be matched in a certain way. What UV does is that when it penetrates our skin, it can cause mismatching of these bases, or even worse, it can cause the addition of other chemical groups to these bases. And this would cause a mutation. When a mutation is passed from one cell to the other, it can lead to the formation of a tumor, which is where cancer comes in. We have heard that UV is bad, oh yeah. So how will the sunscreen protect us from the UV? Explain. That's why I clicked on this video. Explain. Well, sunscreen contains either physical or chemical elements. Physical elements like zinc or titanium oxide, which are able to block the UV light and also scatter them, preventing penetration of UV into your skin. Or they contain chemical elements like avobenzone, which basically absorb the UV light like a sponge, preventing UV light from penetrating your skin. So that's how sunscreen works to prevent UV light. If you look at your sunscreen bottle, you may see that it can prevent the penetration of UVA or UVB, but it is advisable that you find sunscreen that can prevent penetration of both UVA and UVB, especially UVB. When you pick up a sunscreen bottle, one of the things we all look for is the SPF number. We've been advised to use SPF 30 or above, but what exactly is SPF? SPF is sun protection factor. If you have an SPF of 15, what that means is that if you were to get a sunburn in 10 minutes, instead of getting it in 10 minutes, you'll be getting it in 150 minutes, which is 15 times 10. So if you had an SPF of 50, instead of getting a sunburn in 10 minutes, you will get it in 500 minutes, which is 50 times 10. So that's why the higher that number, the better. But generally, dermatologists advise that we reapply sunscreen every 2 hours. I don't know who is doing that. I have not been doing that. I would say the truth. But that's what is advised because you want to make sure you're protected. What if I say that I don't want to wear sunscreen and I just want to wear jeans? I just want to wear jeans. Will I not be protected? Will I not be protected if I just wear jeans? Jeans. Well, research has shown that regular cotton, skimpy cotton clothes like what I have worn would definitely not be enough to protect you from UV rays. Jean jackets can actually protect you, and I'm sure winter jackets can also protect you from UV rays. So if you want to walk on the beach wearing jean jacket, that's totally fine. That would definitely protect you from the rays of the sun. There are also questions about whether sunscreen is safe generally. Most researchers say that the benefits of sunscreen far outweigh the downsides if there are any. So the constituents of sunscreen like zinc oxide and titanium oxide, while they may be harmful in very high percentage, are usually not as harmful in the percentage found in the sunscreen. However, for babies below 6 months, it is advised that they do not wear sunscreen. So you can protect them from the sun through their clothing as well as just keeping them away from it in general. It's interesting that a small bottle can actually protect us from cancer. At first, I introduced sunscreen into my regimen because I heard that it would help prevent wrinkles and aging. And while those are true, there is a more important reason to introduce sunscreen. We do not want to have skin cancer just because we forgot or refused to wear sunscreen. So this is me preaching, get your SPF and protect yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have learned something. Let me know in the comments what you learned, what your thoughts about this are. Do share this video with someone who you've been telling to wear sunscreen and they've been refusing. Let them know that it's pretty important. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.